Hello and welcome to the Tier 1 race of the Japanese Grand Prix R17 here in Japan, in Suzuka, as usual. I am Invalid, and today I'm joined by a good friend of mine, Eddie Renerve.
But he just kindly found me on the street about 2 minutes before we started, and here we are.
Yeah.
But anyway, I actually do know him, top guy. But I'm happy to be commentating with him today because it's been a long time coming.
Oh yeah, like we wanted to do this for such a long time.
No, we finally got the chance, so we better. I was just saying we need to live up to the hype. We need to live up to it.
Yeah.
It might be right.
Okay, so what do you expect on tire strategy? Like soft medium for the race, I guess?
Yeah, it's looking like it's pretty much Japan's a one stop on the softer medium. The hards are not really suited because I don't think they warm up that much around Japan. But if it was just to go softer mediums, the usual tactics to win around here. So I'm pretty much expect all of the top runners to qualify on the softs as well as everyone else, because it ain't really, there's just pretty much no alternative strategy that will work to start at the question. So I'm just gonna pretty much expect guys like Rin Chappie and who I need to go full out on their strategy. So yeah, in terms of time for pole, I'll probably be about a 1:28, but we might actually get into the 1:27s if we're lucky. So we'll keep an eye out on that. But I'm not sure who to put on pole at the minute. Probably going against his wishes, I'm going to go Chappie or Hueni on pole today.
Oh yeah. As we see at the moment, some people are out on the mediums, like Zotex and Male, and Icewind is out on the harsh, but he's probably just doing some warm-up laps until he goes onto his medium. So maybe we see some reverse strategies. Maybe.
Yeah, it's a curious thing that I've always picked up with Icewind. He always seems to go on like the harder compound tires first, and then he'll always like work his way onto the mediums, because he'll always try strategies like that, and like I rarely see him use the softs in races. But he's probably one of the best guys around on strategy. So we'll see how his hard gamble pays off. So he's starting his flying lap now, so it'll be interesting to see the gap between him and some of the other guys.
Like Chappie starts this one as well, so we can see how that evolves.
Yeah, Chappie in practice, he's come. Well, it's the first race back after the Christmas break as well, because we had Tier 2 yesterday, but that was in Russia, so we've completely skipped Grand Prix there. But it'll be interesting to see how some of the guys as well have come back after the Christmas break, and they'll respond to actually, coming back, whether they've improved or they're just gonna, slump or anything.
Yeah.
But just outside of it, I know Chappie, like I mentioned him again, he's been practicing a lot because he had a bit of bad form with just spinning off in a few races when he's actually been in front, so he'll hopefully be able to eradicate those in the final part of the season, as we've got 5 races left. The constructors is still to be decided, as the Drivers' Championship was wrapped up last week, and I think that was pretty much safe to say who's won that.
Yeah, it wasn't last week, it was before Christmas, but yeah, of course, Rin won that with a dominating victory. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. That's our first time Pixel, followed by Gary, who pretty much goes 7/10 quicker than him already. So actually, no, Chappie already into the 1:27.
Yeah.
That's Chappie. That is, well, saying that he was going to get pole. That is an absolutely storming of lap. Let's see how Sabok does as he comes across the line. He's not into the 1:27s. P2. He's already 5/10 off.
Yeah, just 1 millisecond ahead of Gary.
Yeah, also speaking of it, that's a good lap from Zotax as well on the medium.
Yeah. Like there's a bit of room, like you can get like 29.5 probably, but I think he will be pretty great about it. Marley actually doesn't manage to beat him, as does Hueni.
Yeah, I mean Hueni, that's actually a surprise because he's a fast boy, so it'll be interesting to see how he responds to that. As anyone
Donut just put himself in P5 with a 129.4. I think there's still a bit of track evolution and some getting used to, like, people don't seem to put it all out there.
Yeah, I mean, like, the fact is, Chappie's done a 127 on a track that has, you know, not evolved yet.
Yeah,
it's quite
impressive.
I mean, that's it's right. Oh, I've just realised it's raining.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and there's little teardrops of rain, so
oh boy,
I think that could, yeah, look, if you go on with Rinrin might have left it too late. Rinrin could actually be in jeopardy here because he's on the mediums and it's raining. Yeah. So I'm taking a guess it's going to be dry for the race by the look of it. I'm not too sure as we got a yellow flag in sector 2. So has Rinrin left it too late? So as he comes up to the hairpin, I'm not really sure on the turn now.
Yeah, he's fighting some understeer. Looks like.
Yeah.
Looks like. Chappie with a clever move there to go that early and just bump some awesome lap in. Really happy I actually caught that completely on stream, like, so you guys could enjoy it. Just followed him around, and it was really great to watch it.
I'm just watching Rinrin's time. He's set at 112.7, so the raindrops are actually starting to down pretty heavy now. So he's just got a bit shaky on the front there. So I think Rinrin messed up his lap. He's going to set at 129 by the look of it.
Yeah, 29.5 with mediums. That is pretty decent.
Yeah, I mean, the one guys who I'm looking at that could be screwed over by the rain coming out. Because if you think how long it takes around to get the track, guys like Mirjay and Ocean Chief
and Icewind. Don't forget Icewind. He is still out. Oh, he's now out on mediums. Probably just started this hot lap.
Hopefully they haven't left it too late. Ocean Chief now is on his outlap, so I'm not too sure if these guys have left it too late. It'll be interesting to see how they actually perform. So, sorry, Joel gets on the grass and he almost spins already.
But
he's 2 tenths up on his lap, so that's not bad for him. I think guys like Zotax has got on the softs now, so they're obviously thinking it's gonna rain even harder soon, so they want to get their laps in now.
What I question is, like, did Rinrin check if it's raining in the race? Because I know yesterday hardly anybody checked, and a lot of people got kind of caught off guard. Like, you saw Jim and Motocrosser first trying the mediums and just in the end noticing it was gonna rain in Russia, and then swapping to softs. So can we rely on Rinrin to check it? And if so, do we know we at least get a dry race start?
Hopefully. I mean, just asking the question, did you know it was raining yesterday?
Nope.
Or
no idea.
I was going to say, are you just using that as a cover-up to say it was not your mistake as well?
I was my plan was to qualify on softs anyway, so it didn't really matter. But yeah, I didn't check it either. So but my race went completely down the drain when I was like, on the
qualifying and then crap.
Yeah, qualifying didn't work out great, but it worked out okay. Like, I did a 132.0 in Russia, which is quite a bit off my pace usually. Like, I could have been 2 to 3 times faster, but it was okay. But then, I had 0 pace in the heavy rain. I was like 6 seconds off the fastest lap, and I was like, what the hell?
I was going to say, sorry to interrupt, I think that could be the same now, because Mirjay just crossed the line to do a 130.6, and I think the track's got too slippy now for, dry tyres, and I think
I'm just spectating Zotex and see if he can actually manage to improve on his time, but he has just aborted his hot lap. I don't think it is possible. I think we already have a set grip.
Yeah, he's 110 foot when I just looked at him on the Delta. So let's just see how he comes through sector 2. No, yeah, sector 2 as he comes down here. Yeah, he's not going to improve the track. That track's definitely he's abandoned his lap.
Yeah, and Hueni is also having traction issues already, like in the S's, and he has to slow down. Like he's carrying decent. Yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, Pixel's coming across the line. Well, is Pixel actually going to improve? Yeah, Pixel does improve. So there actually is grip on this track then, but I don't think there. Yeah, he's set at 129, but I don't think there's much higher than that.
Yeah, I'm actually spectating Hueni, and he is really fighting for grip in some places. But it looks okay so far. Like he's carrying a decent amount of speed. But
yeah, I mean.
Yeah,
sorry.
It's fine. It's good.
Again, hang on. Rinrin's going for another lap. This time he's going on the soft again. So I think some of these guys are thinking like, they've just seen Pixel improve. So as long as this rain is going to hold out, it shouldn't affect some of the guys too much. But I think pretty much the top 5 is already set in the order that we're going to see for this race. So let's see Rin on his flying lap. Oh, sorry, I didn't actually notice Icewind is P6 on the mediums.
Yeah,
so
he did a fantastic job on that. I didn't catch that either. The Hueni managed to actually improve, but just not by much. He had quite a bit of struggle. So
yeah.
Is Rin on the hot lap already? Yeah, he finished his hot lap. Yeah.
Yeah, Rin's on a hot lap. So let's see his Delta coming through sector 1. He's down.
Yeah,
he's
3 temps up. That's not a lot for the soft versus mediums. Usually you're much faster.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about the rain at the moment, it's gonna be playing. Oh, is Donut Hole actually 5 temps up? No, Donut Hole's on the lap as well. Yeah, he's 1 second down. So I don't think he's gonna. The guys on flying laps at the moment is Massa, Rin, and I'm not sure who else is. I'm just keeping an eye on Massa because I want to see if he's actually going to improve.
Okay.
Yeah, he's 1 temp up, so Massa looks like he's going to improve. But I think the track's not at the speeds to set the time of the top guys. So, as Massa goes off wide onto the final turn, and that's pretty much hampered any progress that he made.
Yeah.
He goes 3 temps slower, and that's going to not do him any favours. Rin
also aborted his lap. He was like 2.5 seconds up in sector 2 after aborting his lap, so there wasn't the chance.
Yeah, I mean, Rin. He was saying earlier in the pre-race committee talk that he was gonna find the track. He wasn't really fancying Japan today, but he said he could still be happy if he can get the win. But I don't know. He said he doesn't know because he's actually fearful of some other drivers that might be on top of him today. But it's all still to play for. But I just can't see anyone actually getting close to Chappie. He's still 5 tenths quicker than everyone else.
Yeah. Bruno was actually going for another hot lap.
Donut in the gravel.
Ay.
Right.
Let's see if Rinrin manages to improve this time in sector 2. It looks okay, like it looks a bit unnecessary, but he can still go reasonable pace. Maybe he doesn't lose too much.
He needs to get. If he's going to have any chance of improving, he needs to set one. Yeah, one.
That is improving his medium time. Like he's 6 milliseconds up. I
mean, the thing is, what does he want? If he abandons it now, he's not gonna. He's might as well start on the medium. Yeah, done exactly. He's done exactly that.
No point.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be anyone else going to improve. To be honest, and Marley on a lap. Marley's on a lap,
and Marley.
Oh, yep. Yeah, okay. Let's keep an eye on Satoshi and Marley.
Pete already quit.
Oh,
Let's see if he
actually,
reconnects.
I'm not sure what's happened to him, but right, let's keep an eye on Satoshi and Marley. How is Satoshi? Satoshi's on a lap, but Marley's currently ahead of him. So Marley's coming down to sector 2. He's coming to 130R. Is Marley on in an improvement?
Nope.
No, he's gonna have to get it. His act together in the final turn now. Let's see if he does actually improve. As he comes round the final turn, Marley
Satoshi also doesn't improve.
Yeah,
I don't think the track has it.
I think Mirjay thinks he's going to get one more go, so he obviously thinks that he can improve here, so even a few other guys do. He's Zotac. Yeah, Zotac.
Icewind also. And there is Pete back. Great.
It's alright. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see how these guys do. It doesn't look like it's actually raining that hard as I said. Oh, Zotax gets a bit wild. Coming sector 1, that's ruined his lap completely, and I think that is it for him. As Marley's, I think he's gonna have more go as well. So we've got Zotax not gonna do one more. Not gonna do one more.
Let's see if Icewind manages to improve.
Yeah.
Nope, he's also up on his time. I think rain is not that big of a deal, but it is enough to just stop improving. Like it costs you maybe 5/10 or something. That's not such a big deal, but yeah, it just keeps on ruining everything. Okay, Marley is not on a hot lap, he might start one. Joel also in the pits. I guess Marley is also set to pit. Yeah.
I think Joel's actually knocked down a few of the assists tonight as well, and he's looking to get he's actually trying to go no assists, so she got turned off traction control and gears now, so actually big credit to him for actually getting down on the assists. But I mean that's another debate for another time with assists now. I mean, like, it's a big argument for a separate video. If I'm saying anything now, I'm probably going to have a million pitchforks on my head saying something about no assists. But I think Mirjay comes down on his time, so I can't. Oh!
I think he just wanted to retire because there wasn't a point.
I didn't expect it though.
No, me neither. I was like, oh, holy.
I was just like, he's coming through sector 1. Oh,
Mirjay got disqualified. Now it's gonna start last.
So that means everyone is gonna get promoted. So I don't. It wasn't gonna make much difference anyway, to be honest. I think Velocity's had an issue because he's got no front wing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt. Yeah, I think by the look of it, that is the grid set.
That's it, yeah.
No, sorry, no. It's a box on a lap.
Okay.
He thinks he can improve. No way. No, it's 2 seconds away. No. He's not. So that, I believe that is it. Chappie is on pole.
With a Merc 1-2.
What? A Merc 1-2. I don't think that anyone's like. Oh, it's a box gone now as well. He just lost it for the final turn. So that is the grid for Japan. Yeah. Chappie and a Mercedes 1-2 with Gary OC and Pixel in P3 and P4. Rin all the way down in P8, so that's a massive surprise for us all. But again,
but on mediums. Keep that in mind. I mean, he's on mediums, and he's not far off of Icewind. Like P6 to 8 was very close. All 29.5.
Yeah, you got the thing is, I think what Chappie's got disqualified. He just set a lap that no one else could beat. In the conditions, because I'm actually looking on the onboard camera now, and that rain looks like it's just coming down slowly, but it's coming enough.
Yeah, it's enough to ruin your traction. Yeah.
He's actually.
Yeah, just fantastic lap by him.
Sorry, I think you was about to say a good point, and then I interrupted.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry.
But yeah, let's see how. I'm not sure what the conditions are going to be because it could actually be pouring down an absolute hammer blow in the race. So it'll be interesting to see what the weather's actually bringing. But I don't think anyone's actually updated yet. So I actually should check the YouTube chat as well because I haven't yet. So I wonder if any of the drivers got even for one.
Jonah just said you'll be faster if you turn the assist off. And to put in a different view on this and then stop with the topic, I think, yes, you get a bit faster if you actually can drive without assists and you still use assists, you lose time. Which is fair.
Yeah.
I think there is a minor improvement, but I think I don't really care. Like, I agree that no assist, like none at all, even not racing line, and that's the pinnacle of motorsports. And
Yeah.
I think everybody should try to achieve that level at some point. But I think there's hardly a point to start it right from the get-go.
I mean, like with no assists, if you can control, I'm not saying there shouldn't be like a way to stop you from controlling the car with no assist, because that's probably the easiest one. The hardest one's actually just trying to actually learn without racing, because some guys spend so much time learning the tracks without assists on, and they practice week in week out to actually learn the track with no line. And like for me, trying to learn a track with no line, remember all the braking markables, that's why some people I think get just shown away from no assists. And I can say I'm a culprit myself of trying to learn no racing line, but it just proves impossible at the time because you need to learn everything and you want to try and be as fast as you can, but it's just a bad habit to break when you haven't got when you've got racing line on.
Yep. Like I actually was like trying to go no assist at the beginning of 2019, and I actually did pretty okay until like in Australia, and then I got to Bahrain and met corner 10 without ABS, and I was like, okay, fuck that shit. Yeah, as we spectate the formation lab, nothing major is going on at the moment. Chappie has increased quite a little gap, but nothing to worry about.
I was gonna say, we do have a full grid.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, finish the sentence there.
Yeah, we actually have like Max and Pete Perotula going on the softs in the backfield, like hardly anybody on softs in the lower part of the grid, and just 3 people on the mediums in the top 10. So Zotax managed, Rinwin and Icewind, of course. So
with them starting on the mediums, they're gonna have a bit of a free track for a bit. So I think they are gonna, try and hopefully not get caught in the traffic, but the mediums could be a bit of an issue just at the start, because it does actually pretty much affect the pace of them really bad, but not too much that it should be a worry, as they line up on the grid now for the start of round 17. If he actually decides, sorry, my computer's having a spaz at the same time. I'm trying to see who messaged me.
Yeah, it is. We have to watch out. Like, the one thing I worry about is that I get a great camera view on the angle. That it works. Okay, now I don't see the lights, but I hope I get the overlay.
Yeah, so, the camera. This is the commentator's worst nightmare. The camera angle at the start.
Yeah. Okay. No,
right then.
Here we go.
One light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And is it going to go out? And away we go. The camera angle is absolutely rubbish as Chappie gets away. Well, Juan the Renault is already off at the back. Oh, what's happened there? Ocean Chief and Velocity. What happened there?
Yeah, Scary tries to go around off Sebok, doesn't manage to. Velocity also already retired. That is a rough start for him.
What happened there? That was crazy. But apart from that, Chappie gets away well with Sebok following him close. Pixel, I don't. Oh, sorry. There's is that Icewind and Donut Hole. Donut Hole trying to go around the inside of Pixel that's coming up into Sector 1, and Icewind is on the back of them. These guys are battling out. There's a little bit of battle going on at the back as well, as Piet Puatula is going up the side of Max Spiltz, and doesn't get him
and
so
Massa
far.
just got past Icewind.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I think yeah, there's been a bit of contact somewhere, because Doritos has got front wing damage, and Merjay does as well. So I'm thinking that could have been from what caused the crash on the start line. But anyway, let's have a look at the battles that are unfolding at the front. Chappie's already pulling out an 8th, 10th gap on some of the guys out here already, and they're all pretty bunched together up the front, and as they finish lap 1, as the position changes, Chappie crosses the line first, Sabok second, Gary third, Pixel fourth, Massa gaining 4 laps on the opening. Is that, and someone lost position? No, it's not. Yeah, there's a Hueni, looks like something happened. Yeah, Hueni's got no front wing, so I'm not too sure what happened to him. But he looks like he got caught up in an incident at the back of the grid.
Yeah, so
And, I'm not too sure what happened there, but it was a mirror image of Alonso and goes, oh, Pixel goes wide, and that allows Gary through, and Donut Hole is actually coming up as well. Is he going to get through as they go three wide into the hairpin? Rin is looking at the back of them. There's 4 cars. There's 4.
Pixel tries to get back the position, but Gary fights him off brilliantly, going around the outside, and now going around the outside in Spoon. Maybe does he have to leave space? No, he doesn't. Donut Hole, Pixel stays behind him. Clean racing so far from these guys. Although battling for.
Larsen's coming up the side of Ice. PA, is he going to have the power to go around the outside into 130R? Oh no, he's not. He's just had to towel off while Icewind is now under pressure. Will Larsen have a go at Icewind into the penultimate turn? No, he's not. He's just a bit too far back. There we go. There's a little battle going on all over. There's little battles going on all over the track at the moment. So
Pixel tries to go around the inside in turn 1, and he does so. Nice move. Gary loses the pace, but he will surely stick right behind him to get it back. Yeah,
that was a great move by Pixel into turn 1.
Yeah.
Couldn't remember who it was, but all the top 3 all the way down to B10 are separated by less than they're separated by less than 1 second.
Yeah, but just shows how incredibly the pace of Sebok and Chappie are. Like, Sebok has a 3-second gap, and Chappie already 1.3 second out of DRS for both of them.
Yeah, this is literally Mercedes dominance.
Oh yes, it is.
So Icewind goes up the inside of Massa, and both.
Massa went a bit wide, and Donut Hole and Icewind slept through the inside.
Yeah. I think that's it's going to open the door for Larsen as well.
Maybe.
Is he gonna have a look? No, he's not. No, this is just allowing Marley to also get onto the back of him. But Zotak's now on the back of Satoshi, so I think when DRS comes into play, it will have a little bit of a chain reaction in terms of where everyone is. So
with a big train, it's not that easy to overtake somebody. Like, if Zotax wanted to actually
Gary's coming back on Pixel into turn 1. He's going up the inside into him. Is he going to get the move done? Gary and Pixel go wheel to wheel into turn 1, and Pixel defends the outside line. Gary goes up the inside. He's not going to get it. That was some great defensive moves by Pixel there, and he holds on to P3 again. That was some great racing by those guys. But
very
as
clean.
we look down, it's very clean, and it's great to actually see at the minute that this big train. I know there was a pile up on the first lap. Awesome! Oh, sorry, I thought Satoshi lost it. He went on the curb. Satoshi outbraked himself. Yeah, a little bit, but it's just the camera angles really intense around here. And he does that. Was
When he retired, okay. Yeah, he's done with this game for
yeah,
today.
I think I'm not too sure what happened at the start, but happened VSC. I think that was Kawhi, so
No,
Kawhi
he
might.
actually went into the pits. So I don't know what the VSC caused. Interesting.
So what has that done? If you just look at Chappie and Sabak up front,
Yeah.
they're both just cruising together.
Yeah, lovely picture.
But well, shall we get? I think the VSC is not ended yet. I'm not. If that VSC is for a car that's in the pits, Codemasters, as usual, fix your game.
Don't worry. Yeah, I just swapped through. There we go. The RS is back enabled and the VSC has ended. As Gary already tries. He actually lost the position to Rinrin.
Yeah, he did that. So Rinrin is actually making ground now. So Gary going backwards all the way from P3 already, and yeah, not probably what he wanted at the moment, but we'll see. As I think Icewind as well is now eyeing up Donut, and yeah, as Joel gets mornings already, and Satoshi and Larson and Marley all battling it out for P9. As we watch, we got a yellow flag in sector 2.
That is a Merc that spun. That's Sebok.
Oh dear.
Sebok lost it.
We was just talking about the motor dominance at the front, and I think that might have been commentator's curse.
Channel the inner riggedy.
Oh yeah, my curse then, but I'm sorry to interrupt. Rinrin is now all over the back of Pixel, and he's eyeing him up going into the penultimate turn. As they come out of it, he's going to have DRS as well, but so is Gary, but I think Gary's just a little bit too far back. Donut Hole also does have DRS and Icewind, and he looks like he's going to go for a move on Icewind into turn 1 as Icewind covers the inside line, but Donut's trying to get that move done as Rinrin gets down the inside of Icewind, and Donut goes around the outer side of Icewind into turn 1.
Yeah, great moves.
So there was two overtakes in one there, so that is great. As now there is Sabak is stuck behind this train who are battling for P8, so I think there's a little gap starting to form between these two trains, so Marley needs to get a bit of a move on if he wants to be, can catch that train back up, but I don't think he can. And Gary is closing in on Pixel again. The top 3 are battling really closely right now, but I think Rinrin is starting to pull a little march on those guys. And is he going to go after Chappie? No, the gap's increasing at the moment, but
I don't think he's going for it yet because he has a different tire strategy. I think he's totally fine with building a gap behind him so he's out of DRS, and then building a gap to Pixel in behind and just draw it from time to time and then run longer and catch Chappie at the end and maybe win it that way.
Yeah, as Joel retires from the session, unfortunately, I'm not sure what happened with him, but that's unfortunate. Joel was actually showing some great pace, and this game is brilliant. Mira J's car, apparently he's got 1 medium tyre on and 3 softs.
What?
I've got the footage on my screen. His left rear's a medium. And then
okay. that is a bug. It is a soft. I can confirm.
No, his rear tyres are medium. His 2 front tyres are softs.
Okay, he's completely on softs at my view. So I guess he's on softs. It would actually fit because he started on softs, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, he's on the softs.
Yeah.
Oops. As Pixel gets a 3-second time penalty. So that's not been good in the battle. As Gary tries to go around the outside of him, Gary's all over the back of him. These guys are just playing ping pong in terms of position at the moment. So
yeah, whoever has the more ERS gets to draft the other. The usual slipstream.
Yeah, Gary's building a march on him, and if this is anything to go by for these Pixel taking a seat at Mercedes, and this looks like we're going to get some great battles on track between these two as well.
Yeah.
And that's unfortunate for me as well, because I've got to contend with this as well. Is Gary's just a bit too far back going into the final turn, and
he's not looking into that. He tries to just go past here.
Oh no! No, he just got too far at Pixel then and put himself into the wall. That was just.
Oh, that was rough.
Yeah, that was pretty rough. He just got too far with his the rear gun of his car, and that could potentially have cost him a podium. And yeah, he's completely knackered his front wing now, and that could be raced. But I mean, Gary's capable of. Oh, Satoshi retires from the session. What's happened to Satoshi?
I'm trying to find out. I don't know.
He's retired. So
I can't find his car.
Where's Satoshi? Yeah, I can't find his car either. Sorry, Sabok spins again. Sabok spun and crashed into Larson. And what Sabok there was way too ambitious, and that's caused Larson to take avoiding action and get front wing damage. And yeah, the move was just not on.
Yeah,
Sabok
that looked weird.
Desperate. It looked desperate.
I didn't catch the start. Like, I just saw the end. Merge also retired. And just right on track. Okay.
Yeah, it was Larson and Garrett, the guys with the front wing damage on their cars, are actually battling that, going into 130R.
How did Gary end up in P10?
He when he was coming out of the final turn with Pixel, he got locked underneath Pixel. Yeah. Larson had to take avoiding action of Spot, but he got forced off into the gravel, fought with his own. So I think that's safe to say their free races it's not over, but
we have to see. Can they make the medium stint extend to that range? Like, as far as I know, you usually want to pit a bit later.
Yeah, I mean, what's working well for Icewind is now he's on the back of Pixel for P3, so he can elevate himself into the podium positions. Like I was saying before, Icewind on the mediums, he's at, he's a good bet. I think the soft, as he gets a bit too much on the throttle there and drifts through the chicane, and is on the move again. I think the soft tyres this is the point where they're about to start falling off. The medium runners going to start coming into play, so that means Rinrin will now definitely be coming into play, as well as guys like Massa. Massa's still on the back of Donut Hole and everything, so their pace is, the medium runners' pace is actually really good considering it. And I think Massa is, where's Massa's Massa could potentially get a podium as well.
Oh yeah,
because he's only 6 seconds off Rinrin, but if you've got guys like Pixel and going through each other, then that's it. As Donut Hole gets a penalty and Gary got past Larson for B10.
Ooh,
and that is
Icewind goes for the defense against Pixel. Or no, he actually got past him.
I think we missed that.
No, I actually got that. I just didn't interrupt you.
I was going to say interrupt me because I wasn't talking about worthwhile, but I think that's Pixel's tire's gone, so he's probably going to be pitting sometime soon to get onto the mediums and try and catch up. But that what I was saying before. The Massa's now in P5. He could be on for a podium, but it's interesting to see Chappie's still actually building a gap over Rinrin. So I think Chappie's going to have enough of a cushion to actually make the pit stop, and I don't think Rinrin's going to be able to make that time up unless Chappie makes a mistake. I think it's pretty much his race to lose at the moment.
Probably.
Has we got any more battles on track? Sabok has actually stayed out, and Larson is trying to go after Sabok, but Sabok has got heavy front wing damage, so expect that move to be done easily next few laps.
Sebok has some front wing damage. For me, he hasn't.
Oh no, he don't. I thought he did. Oh, he's pitted. That's why.
Yep.
Oops.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Zotax and Marley are having a go with each other now.
Pixel gets the 5 seconds in the pits.
Yeah. Both of the Haas boys are going. I don't think they're under team orders here. They're both going for it as Zotax goes up the inside of Marley into turn 1 and gets the move done. He's a bit later on the brakes, but Zotax is up into P5.
Yep, great move. ERS and overtake mode, and yeah. Marley didn't fight it.
Marley's got, thing is, Marley's got the ERS to actually save, so
yep.
Zotax has drained all of his ERS in conservation at the minute, and that's also another point I want out with the ERS as well, is how these guys are, going to manage it. Rinrin's Chaffee looks like he's been trying to pull the gap to Rinrin because they're both. Ooh, is that Pixel? Where's Pixel? I think Pixel might have spun.
Yeah, he has lost it on at the end of Sector 1, and went on the gravel. Lost 2 positions there.
That's unfortunate for Pixel because he was actually hit the gap. The battle between him and Gary was actually a pretty good highlight.
Yeah, now they are back together. Like Gary is just 4 seconds behind him, and maybe he can pick that up.
And let's see if we can pick up the pieces and actually get a charge back on, because these guys should be going to the end of the race on these mediums because they haven't got to stop again. But if by the end of it their tyres going to be pretty much knackered. So, but I'm not going to count them out of a P5 and P6, but they've got to make all those tyres last to the end. And again, Zotax and Marley are close together, and I'm not.
But Marley is not, like, he has DRS and he's just harvesting at the moment, while Zotax doesn't really manage to build up anything, neither a gap nor the ERS, so he's like a sitting duck for Marley at the moment. As long as he can stick with him, he should be having a really easy time to overtake him if he wants to.
Yeah, it shouldn't be really much of an issue, but I think he's just trying to save his. If I was Marley,
I would just. Yeah, go ahead.
He just needs to go to about lap 16 or 18, and that should be pretty much enough to get him onto the soft tires.
Yeah, like you want, like 16 is maybe a bit early. I think 18 is something a good spot, and I think 17 you can go for a decent undercut. So I would just like see if I can stay behind him. If he slows me down, I would pass him. But if I can just manage to keep it harvested and don't burn it, I would just go for the undercut. Like, look out for lap 16, maybe 17 to pit, depending on how Zotax moves on track, if his tires are actually done. And just undercut him and then burn off all the ERS to just run away.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Invalid. Can you put the tire HUD on screen? Show what tires everyone is just been requested. Sorry about that, Wimpy. Actually, speaking about that, you can actually get some mods which I might think into. You can actually show like the tire temperature, not the tire temperature, but the tire degradation on screen during stream. So that could be something to look into to actually get as well, so we can see how much wear everyone's actually got on the tires.
Yeah.
So that would be something to invest into, but for the moment, as Doritos gets a 3-second time penalty, and Chappie has pit and has come out in P5. Yeah. So Chappie now going to the end. So Rinrin now he's gonna have clean air to get his foot down and get a gap on to try and close down to Chappie, because Chappie's come out in traffic behind the guys who haven't stopped yet. So he's got to negotiate his way through them. So that could be his only downfall, but
yeah, he's got about. I expect him to get past Zotax pretty fast, and then just close in the gap, so Rinrin has to make up about 10 seconds or something.
Yeah, he's already dispatched his Zotax as the penultimate turn, and just some information on Satoshi. According to insider information, trackside information, as I should say. His peak failed to give him the correct aero parts, and that's why he had to retire.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
So,
the Toro Rosso mechanics didn't bring out the front wing for him during his pit stop, so he retired.
lovely. Yeah.
I mean, they had no choice but to retire the car.
Yeah, that is rough.
We have a yellow flag sector. Has anyone spun?
Oh.
By the look of it, no, they have not. We shall quickly get on board with and there's actually not really many battles going on track at the minute because everyone's pitting, but Chappie's still in a good position. He's cleared Zotac. He's actually got clean air on the mediums. Mediums, yeah. He's still showing up for me as the softs. I know he's on the mediums, but why is he showing us as the softs?
Great spectator view, as usual.
Yes, Codemasters at their finest, as usual. But Satoshi's Satoshi's watching it, and he's put the clip in the Discord. So we do have we could actually start a epic fail vine of stupid mechanics.
Oh yeah, we have to do that.
Or as Chappie actually goes for the fastest.
Yeah,
medium.
He has pulled out like 3.5 seconds already out of Rinrin's lead. So
yeah,
Rinrin has to put in some major work in the soft stint to actually win this race. But I'm sure he's pretty set for a podium.
Yeah, one thing I would like to see is, I'm not too sure if anyone's actually watching, but if anyone could update us what happened at the start, because I did see, I know Chief and Velocity got caught up in a Grosjean style crash, but I'm not sure if someone didn't get away properly. But if anyone could update us, that would be great, because I got it on my thing, but I can't actually look back at the moment to what's happened. So as we approach lap 15, Rinrin is leading, but we have a yellow flag in sector 2. Has anyone gone off? By the look of it,
doesn't look like.
No, no one's actually gone off at the minute. So is it? I don't know what's just happened. Maybe they just dropped the yellow flag. But Sabak is closing on the back of Gary. Just like as well, just to say something like, Sabak seems to have lost all his pace now. He's stuck behind Gary.
Yeah.
From what he was keeping a great pace with Chappie, and he just seems to have it seems to like dissipated a tad bit now. He's stuck behind Gary, but no questions asked. Sabak can get that pace, but he looks like he will make a move. He is going to get a slipstream of Gary going down 130 hours. I ride on board with him. He comes up. Oh, he has a lag spike there and glitches back. So he was at the back of on the back of Gary, but he did get lagged there, and it didn't look like he actually did help him a bit. So
not at all. Yeah, I think that cost him, like, that wasn't the first time that happened. I think that have cost him quite a bit of work he has put into to get past Gary. And yeah, he doesn't get, like, this lap he still doesn't get a chance to get past him. He's just too far back from the 130-hour incident.
Yeah.
Pete is trying to close down Max, going for the DRS. Max defends the inside. He tries to go around the outside, leaves the track a bit, but he's side by side. Can he put him? No, he can't. He has to.
Yeah, his tires are gone. Yeah, Piratula's tires are pretty much dead.
Yeah,
look at it,
he put on a great show. Like, he might fancy another move.
I mean, at least he's still keeping up with the fight.
Yeah.
While we're at it, but how's this looking as Rinrin pits? So Rinrin is in, and yeah, Chappie's easily gonna get past him now. So Chappie's pretty much got this wrapped up. But question is, who will finish on the podium as Massa stays out, and so does Icewind. So it'll be an interesting battle to see who actually comes out in P2 and P3, because these medium runners looks like their gamble has actually paid off a little bit. And coming out as Rinrin got ahead of Marley and Zotax.
Yeah, he's set to P2. There is no question from behind.
Icewind actually gets time penalty for exceeding the track limit, so that's not going to help him either.
Nope.
As we're right on board with Chappie, he should be able, I don't think he really needs to actually go for this move. As Gary and Sabok are trading places yet again, and Sabok looks like he's getting closer.
Yeah, but he's
time.
still losing out at some point. Britain has to pick up exactly the 10 seconds like I called. And I wanna watch out, like Marley has to pit this lap, and he's probably getting undercut by Zotax. And yeah, I said he should look out for the undercut, but he didn't. And that might bite him in the end. Let's see if he can manage.
Why, he's the undercut's actually really powerful around this track and just generally in this game, so if he can get it done, then it'll be good to see. Is Massa staying out, or is he coming into this? Massa stays out again, so Massa going for the strategy of actually trying to get his softs all the way to the end as Chappie is, I would say he's got that to be done, but Icewind does pit, and has he got ahead of Rinrin?
Nope.
No, he has not. But he will have he's got a considerable gap of about a turn in front of each other. But the interesting one to see now is Marley stays out again. So Marley's going even further on these mediums. So he must build the grip. The grip level must be good. And be thinking that.
I just think like he didn't go for the undercut. It's clearly that Zotax will have close in to some degree, so he won't benefit it at all if he just went to the pits now. He has to just get a decent tire advantage, like at least 2 laps, to actually get past him.
Yeah,
like on strategy terms. Yeah.
While we interrupted, Sabok has got past Gary.
Finally.
And is I missed it. Too busy observing the pit stops, and that move has been comfortably done. And Massa is still 1 second off Chappie, but I don't think that's going to be. I think that's going to be
just going to increase until Massa pits.
Yeah, Massa's coming in now, so Massa should come out comfortably in P4. I was going to say Molly's going to jump in, but he's not. So where is Zotax in terms of that? Where Massa is. Marley's coming out now. Donut. I think Donut Hole's actually going to jump Massa as well, so that's not going to be good for Massa.
Yep.
Donut's
gonna finish the race on his mediums. Marley isn't. So he is net P5, but he still would like to get past Donut Hole. I think he can manage like 5 seconds soft versus 9 laps of mediums. He can manage, but that is quite something to do.
Yeah, it's like really hard to be honest on those tyres, because this track, the tyre degradation is pretty bad, and it feels like you're driving around China on softs, which is an absolute nightmare. When you're actually not China, I would say Australia, going a turn after sector 2. That turn is hell. But
I don't know. I enjoy Australia. I don't think it's hell.
Just on the soft tyres, but Donut can actually go all the way to the end, so Donut will be in net P4 at the moment because Marley still needs. So Massa needs to get a move. And
Chappie actually manages to beat Rinrin's fastest lap on his mediums. As Donut
gets a penalty.
But he manages to get past Marley.
Yeah, Marley staying out again. Marley. I don't know how long Marley can push these tyres for, but he's got to be soon that he's got to give up on this battle. His tyres are going to be shot. Gary and...
No, he hasn't, so he has to unless he gets disqualified. At some point.
Massa, and so at the moment it will be Massa who is in net Pixel net P6, but Zotax is Pixel 4 seconds, but he's on fresher soft tires, so that should be
Yeah, I
interesting.
expect Marley to drop down to P10. That should be roughly it. Like 5, 8, 12, 13, 14, yeah. Like around P10, maybe even P11, but I don't think so. Well, we have to see.
Yeah. Where is going to be? Right, as Zoto.
Massa
I
is
mean, I haven't. There's.
Yeah, go ahead.
Carry on. Carry on. I wasn't going to say anything.
Massa has already picked out quite a lot of time out of Donatel's lead. Like, Donatel has just built a 0.7 gap to Marley, and Massa is within 2 seconds of Marley. So that's net 2.7, apart from the roughly 5 seconds he had when he came out of the pits. So he's really showing great pace on the softs at the moment. But we have to watch out, like, they might degrade quite a bit.
Yeah, the softs on this track degrade, like, pretty much. Well, I was going to say, like, hell.
Yeah,
but I don't think that's a fan.
You have like 5 decent laps, which also makes you question if Rudin is actually able to close in on Chappie adopted, because his tires are 4 laps out now and he hasn't really closed in. Icewind actually has closed in the gap further than Rudin has.
Yeah, but he's those younger tires gonna give a massive advantage to him. So
yeah, let's see.
I think my cold's actually finally catching up to me now.
That's fine.
My throat's like completely gone, but I'm still marching on.
Yeah, Gary is still sticking with with Sebok, not Donato. Wrong. wrong little boy. So.
Always we've got a yellow flag in sector 2.
I don't see what's going on.
Oh, it's the Red Bull.
Massa.
Who's that? No, it's Dorito. Sorry, wrong car. Yeah, it's Dorito's body off track and he's spun.
Okay. Yeah, he's ghosting as he's getting lapped.
I think it'll be interesting. Is Marley left it too late? Because if his tires, I'd say he needs to pit now if he's going to actually try and get this strategy of going on the softs to the end to work. I know he's in P5, but he's got a pit.
Yeah, like
that's just.
Where's the point? Like, you have already reached the point where the soft is tired. He's still staying out. Okay, I don't know what he's up to. Massa goes past easily. Yeah.
Massa couldn't get stuck behind him anymore, as that was pretty much his only option. So Marley just must be, trying to race Zotax to the end. But I think Marley could have made a huge mistake here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he has. Like, let's see, the difference between Zotax and Marley is roughly like 7 seconds. It is like maybe 8 from the 22 or something that costs a pit stop. That is insane. Just by staying out too long.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of cocked him up a bit.
Yeah, he's gonna lose big time on the pit stop.
Sorry, Ocean Chief and Piet Privatula are going to get it into the penultimate turn. Yeah, the old man has got his cardigan on right now, and if you can hear me, get your foot on that pedal and get past him with your old man power.
Yeah, he's trying. Overtake mode. But he's too far back. He didn't have the greatest exit. Not this time. I'm sure he's gonna stick with him and get it done next time.
Yeah, I don't want the fastest lap, I want the interval, please. So Marley, you got to pit now. I know I'm saying it again, but if he goes on again, I'll be amazed.
Massa tries to go past Donatel as DRS, and Donatel squeezes him, but Massa gets it done on the outside, even on the straight. Easy P4.
Am I stupid or something? But
maybe
it says Chappie. Yeah, okay, thank you very much. I was gonna say I acknowledge that anyway. But it says Marley's tyres are 22 laps old.
Yeah, that's correct.
And we're on lap 23.
Yes, because they have done 22 laps and are racing in the 23rd.
Yeah, I know they're racing in the 23rd. Okay, good point. I'm trying. I was just thinking because it would count in the first lap as well. I think he might have been thinking it was going to rain, but yeah, he could be about to lose some positions as Donut Hole is closing on the back of Massa. Or did
Yeah,
Massa?
Massa is just passing. I just expect that gap to actually increase, as it is starting to rain.
Yeah, I think
But I
it's
don't think it's worth it.
Yeah, Chappie is coming up to lap Ocean Chief, by the look of it,
Yeah.
and I think they're just gonna have to pause that. Piet Buatula and Ocean Chief are gonna have to pause that battle for a moment.
They don't
As
have
they,
to. They're just ghosting, and Chappie rides just easily through them and is already past both of them. No
I was gonna
worries.
say, you think that would be in line? Everyone's ghosting each other's car
Yeah.
on a blue flag, but
Gary is
hopefully
Gary is still in the DRS window of Sebok.
he's
Still.
been in the DR. I'll say he's been in the DRS window for about the last 15 laps.
Yeah, they've been fighting like whole race apart from the incident.
Yeah, I think Marley's tyres are shot.
Yeah, they are
Can't keep
completely
up.
done. They are
He
5
can't
laps
keep up.
over target. That is like 25% more than they should be doing. Yeah,
Oh yeah, he slipped. I think the rain.
yeah, that also doesn't help.
Marley, you've got to be careful. Actually, I sound like I'm supporting a driver here, but Pixel is catching up to the back of him rapidly, and I think he made the wrong mistake, and Zotax is catching him. Or is the track getting wet? No, I think it just looks like Marley's tyres have gone. I don't think this track's going to be wet enough.
Nope.
Yeah, well, wet.
Nope.
Going to be wet enough.
I don't see everybody pitting for Intis, which he was poking, like betting on, so he would actually manage to stay at the front. But
Oh, sorry to interrupt. Icewind just got a 5-second time penalty, and he had a 3-second one earlier. So could Massa sneak onto the podium?
Not at the
I
moment.
don't know. No,
Oh,
I think I think the track is actually getting wetter because Massa was struggling a bit. So what is Marley gonna do? Marley's got a pit. Yeah, Marley's pitting.
Yeah, finally.
So,
but what does he
finally.
pit for? Like softs, mediums? Like mediums is probably better. The Inters. Yeah, he's going for the softs. Yeah.
What's he gone? I'm not sure.
Yeah, softs, and he's gonna be P10. Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, that's unfortunate for him, I think.
I'm just too good at calling that shit.
Well, you say you're good at calling this, but okay. Let's see. Oh, sorry. This Icewind is actually getting close to Rinrin now.
Yeah, but I think has much more penalties. Like Rinrin doesn't have any, if I recall correctly. Let me check.
I'm not sure. I'll check because I've got it on here.
I just checked that Rinrin has a warning. That's it.
No, I mean, yeah. Then as well, I want to see the one. How many penalties does Massa have?
Massa hasn't any. He has 2 warnings.
So Massa has.
Male doesn't really get used to his new tires and just went on the field, and now Larson is right behind him, looking to jump him. Maybe he can do it. 16-year-olds mediums versus 0 laps old softs.
I mean,
tire advantage couldn't be more obvious, but maybe it comes down to driver skill, which it usually does.
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't know. Don't think Massa could possibly jump Icewind because I don't think we have a yellow flag in. So, too sure who that's for. But again, Gary's still in with it. He's just like tantalising. He's getting close each time, but he just can't get close enough to Sabok to get past him.
No.
Just, I wish
so close in pace. It's ridiculous.
You would think, no, I mean, he would have got past him by now, but it's just like he gets close each time. But he's praying that they have some DRS in 130R. But I don't think he's going to get his wish.
No.
And if this rain could have come sooner, it might have wreaked a bit of havoc on all the drivers. But they've done, well to actually get through it. And well, some people called it right, and some people called it wrong, and they've just profited from it. But as we ride on board, Ocean Chief and Piet Buatul are still going at it as Ocean Chief goes for it now, and that's Piet Buatul is not giving this place up, goes around the outside. And yeah, he gets past him, and Ocean Chief with a great move coming out of the penultimate turn and gets up into P13.
Yeah, but Pete is now having DRS going for the outside and easily passes him again. Ha!
That
Who has the last laugh there? Great move by Pete.
No. Oh, as Ocean Chief gets a tank slapper coming out of turn 2, so that battle's to watch, as well as Chappie's actually on his final lap right now and is pretty much just dominated this race. But I know I just want to keep an eye on 2 battles at the moment, Gary and Sabok. Gary's got a DRS again, but again, as usual, he's too far back. But maybe on the that's probably his final chance. He's going to get a final going to 130R, so he's got to get it done then. But from start to finish, Chappie is just, well, I can't say anything apart from obliterated the opposition. A 127 in practice, a 127 in quali, fastest lap as well on the medium tyre.
Yeah, that is just insane dominance. Easily driver of the day.
Yeah, and I'll call it now. It's Piet. Oh, what's happened there? Oh, it's Ocean Chief spins. Ocean Chief spins.
Yeah, like Pete actually missed the braking spot and went a bit wide. So Ocean tried to go for the inside, but yeah, he lost his rear spins, and that's a
sorry, yes, Chappie crosses the line and wins easily. Well, pretty astoundingly, 10 seconds ahead of his nearest challenger in Rin, who again didn't have the best qualifying but finishes in P2. Icewind now crosses the line P3, so he gets his unserved time penalty. And now let's see, will Massa be able to jump Icewind with his amount of penalties? But always Icewind got the podium. Let's find out. 5 seconds off. Gary's, yeah, there we go. Donut Hole gets a 5-second penalty as well. So he crosses the line.
Jump him? Nope.
Pixel Gary OC gets a time penalty.
Zotex jumps both of them.
Yeah, as Sabah crosses the line, and yeah, Gary could have been P8 with Puffin, and Marley crosses the line in P10.
Yeah, she should be. Yeah, he doesn't jump anybody. So Zotex just got 2 places. Great finish by him, getting the clean run, and as we have a little incident after the flags. So always great to see the drivers after the computer takes over. It is ridiculous.
I mean you think they'll get the cars back, peace.
Nope.
Right, that rounds up, I believe. So I'm just gonna quickly leave the session. Anything goes wrong, so I can jump out. So okay, I was gonna jump out quickly, but I ain't. But that is it for Japan.
Yes, that was the Japanese Grand Prix.
Korishiba. No pun intended, but as the podium is out when deciding to load, yeah, communicating with online services, Chappie comes out on the podium. Yeah. Domination. In the Merc.
Domination. Great race by the Mercs. A bit rough for Sebok to losing it twice, but he also showed great pace. Yeah. Too bad.
I mean, Rin and Icewind as well, making that strategy work. It was, great by them to actually let it happen. But as we just quickly go through the classified results, Chappie P1, Rin P2, Icewind P3 ran off the podium, Massa in P4 all the way from P11. A great race. Zotax P5, well, that's probably his best result of the season, I think. Donut Hole and Sabot P6, P7, Pixel 8th, Gary 9th, and Marley 10th. And
the award for the most penalties goes to Donut Hole with 11 seconds. That is an achievement.
I mean, Russia was an achievement on penalties. Someone got 20 seconds. The achievement is not to get a penalty. I mean,
it's more like an anti-achievement. Well,
actually, did Zotax get a penalty?
No, he didn't. That's why he jumped 2 cars.
Great there you go. Zotax. There we go. Right then, let's just quickly jump out. Who can we get into here? I don't think we can actually get anyone in. I think some people will be dragged in against their will
Oh, we can start with
right now. So
Rinrin or with Chappie.
I know who I'm going to start with. Let's get these two in.
You
Hello.
blind came from behind.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get your will.
Adam is lagging, so I'm gonna take over. Welcome to the commentated lobby. Congratulations on your race. You did pretty okay. Donatal, you got awarded the award of the most penalties, and Sabok, you had a quite decent race until you lost it. Like, what happened there? Like, did you spun or did you actually got contact? I didn't catch that.
I had a lag spike and then I hit the Chappie's rear tire on the front wing, so it made me spin around.
Oh damn, that is rough. You had another incident in a bit in the corner before I've lost the corner numbers. The second one in the turn in sector 2. You know what I mean?
With Marley.
That was Marley. Okay, I didn't catch that, but that looked a bit rough. So that cost you a bit of a race, but still, it was interesting to see you battle Gary like the whole race long. That was quite hilarious. Like, you had an incident with him. Did you know what happened?
Did I touch him?
You did.
It wasn't. He didn't touch Gary. That was Pixel.
Was it?
Yeah, Sabok. I mean, what happened, Sabok? Can you just explain what happened in the first spin with the Haas, or was that?
It was Marley.
Oh, it's Marley. Oh yeah, because did you spin before then? Is that how you dropped all the way back down there in the first place?
Yeah.
But I mean, it was still a good recovery to actually get it back into the points, and you clearly did have the pace today, and did actually show some of it as well with Donut Hole, who actually got it into P6.
Yeah. So sorry for mixing that up. Right, there was Pixel. My bad. So, Donut Hole, how was your race?
I think is Donut gone?
Maybe.
Yeah, Donut's.
He's in the Discord.
Oh,
yeah,
hang on.
but then maybe he's just muted or something. Donut, we can't hear you, by the way. So, back to you, Savok. How did you enjoy? Like, was it a good race? How did you think about the tire strategy? Like, Marley tried to go very long on the mediums to make it to basically a one-stop into the inters, but the rain never really came. Can you tell us a bit more about the tire strategy and the situation?
I just spent the mediums. I was thinking about going to the end, which I did. No other strategy than that. But when I heard the rain was coming, I was tempted to pit lap 25, but I didn't because it wasn't wet enough. So I just went to the end.
Yeah, I mean that's fair enough because I don't think we knew the rain was coming anyway, so it was pretty much just anyone's guess. But yeah, I think that will round it there on the interviews room. Let's see what else we can
hello.
get.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we was trying to get you in, but you couldn't.
Yeah. My mic had some kind of problem. I don't know.
Well, welcome back. How was your race, bro?
Trash. Honestly, it wasn't fun. Just to say it shortly.
Okay. Do you mind to extend that a bit?
Yeah. Well, first of all, the quali. Well, I messed up the second sector a bit, in my opinion, and the quali was a bit annoying that it was raining. Like the weather was not that good in the quali, so
yeah.
It was like a one-shot qualifying for everybody. So it was, I don't know, the qualifying was poor from my side, and I didn't really have the time to practice for this race. But you know, these things happen, and during the race, I think I had a decent start. But then later on, Pixel and Gary were holding me so much up that I lost so much time. And I think Gary went off in the fast right-hander, like off the track. And yeah, then he held me up when he returned to the track. So that was a bit annoying. But yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, still decent result in P6.
Yeah.
All right then. So I'll say.
But the penalties, they were also not that optimal. I got a 5-second speeding penalty in the pit lane. So
Right. Yeah, I saw that. Right then, I was going to say thanks for doing interview. I'm just going to drag the next two guys and I'll drag you back into general. So thanks for both joining us for that. And I want to ask one question first, and I know who that is going to be. Who was the guy who stayed out on tyres till lap 24?
It's me. I was waiting for the rain.
Guys, welcome Marley and Max Blitz, please.
Hi.
I mean, the other, I'm not too sure if everyone's familiar. The other one had a pay drive today, so that's what. If you're wondering why he's here again, that's why, and that's why he's also in the interview again to fill part of his contractual obligations for today.
We are happy to help as usual.
So how do you? So what did Jeff tell you faulty information of when the rain was coming, or was it just your bad calculations?
Molly.
Me? Oh
Yeah.
no, because for 15 minutes, Jeff was saying, okay, rain in 5 minutes, rain in 5 minutes. I was like, okay, I'm slow, so it's my only shot. Plus, I felt like I had a good pace at the end of the soft. They were holding great, and unfortunately, the rain never came, so I lost everything, but it was worth a try.
That was true.
I mean, I was just thinking like you're gonna you're gonna do the overcut on Zotax, but then I was like, why is he staying out? And I was like, so the rain's finally come, but I had to ask it anyway.
No, there was no enough rain to put intermediate, so I was like, okay, let's save the last points.
Yeah. Right.
But I struggled all the race with the pace. I lost my car one time in the SS. It cost me a lot, and because at this moment I decided I had to try something because I lost too much at this moment.
Yeah,
true.
I saw that, and your car was just pretty much all over the place at that time. But I mean, yeah, it was just pretty much then. Ooh, sorry, I'm watching the football as well. Right then, moving on to Max. Quickly, is that again no assists again today?
Yes. Once again being 4 seconds of the pace. But the race was quite empty, to be honest. Nothing really much happened. Basically, I just learned. I took the opportunity to learn and learn and learn. I think that's good.
Yeah, I mean,
I had a lightest start, but that's not about ABS, of course. But I basically went from P18 to P13. Before the first corner, I was like, "Whoa, okay, maybe I can do something out of this race."
Yeah, with that, because there was that massive pile up on that, the first bit. It was the Grosjean and the Alonso thing, but I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure what happened there, but you got up pretty well, but I mean, you using the no assist, like getting actually used to it. I'm taking my hat off as well because I had to do that on the weekend as well, and yours ended better than mine because you at least didn't put it into a barrier.
Yeah. I mean, that's my goal every race, but. Yeah, at the start of the race, it was basically running through a parking lot, cars parking everywhere, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna be on second gear all the time, not even thinking of going up. But yeah, it was. Still the race there wasn't that much. But yeah, Marley said Jeff told him every 5 minutes there will be rain. For me, I was like, I don't trust Jeff at all. It's not possible.
I mean, I think the biggest time I ever didn't trust him was when in an F2 race and I got disqualified pitting before lap 3 because he said don't pit under the safety car. I was like, screw this. Ends up in P1, tells me to pit. I'm like, I've already pitted, and turns out you cannot allow to pit before lap 3 in the F2, so I got disqualified.
But
So the only time.
Yeah, just to finish, to be honest with you, Marley, 3 laps before my pit stop, Jeff told me 15 minutes before rain. Then at pit stop, he told me 5 minutes, and I was like, oh fuck, I fucked myself. I did the wrong thing. And just next lap, he told me 15 minutes. I was like, okay. Jeff, do your job.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
Yeah,
Anyway.
Right then. Also, thanks for that, guys. Now moving on to the guy who apparently had the trashiest race in history, according to himself. I mean, just how trash was it? Is he there?
Yes. Hello, Ice Cream.
Unfortunately. Hello.
Yeah. I mean, as I say, on a scale of 1 to 10, how trash would you say your race was?
Well, I kind of lost it already in quali and lap 1 in the race because I think it was sort of my bad if I look back at it. So I got shoved wide at the hairpin on lap 1, which cost me 3 positions, and then I was stuck behind slower cars for a long time. And yeah, but it was kind of my fault because I looked back at my replay and I left the door open. So yeah, I was turning in, and then Rin just dived in there and hit me a little bit, and I lost a lot of time there. But yeah, it is what it is. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you still got on the podium though, and recovered it from pretty much. It might have been a little mistake with the strategy from what you were saying, but you still get on the podium. It's still an achievement in itself. So
yeah, I basically failed it on the first minute or first seconds of qualifying because I thought that it's not going to rain, and then I went out on a ridiculous hard tire compound, which just compromised me for the rest of the session. So yeah, it is what it is. I don't mind that much, but yeah. It was really difficult to pass anybody. I think I was running a little bit too much wing, but yeah.
There was a few overtakes there, but
I got a couple of guys I think on DRS when it finally worked because it broke twice again for the race.
Yeah. But I mean, still P3. That was great. It's still a great result, and yeah.
Nah, it was horrendous, but it is what it is. So.
Well,
speaking,
I'd say it's a pretty great result still. We are now joined by Rin. Congrats on your podium, guys, from me.
I mean, speaking of crap results, he shows up.
Nah, Rin.
Talk about crap for qualifying.
Oh yeah. Your qualifying didn't really work out, but you actually then managed to have a decent starting pace on the mediums. Had actually managed to fight off the guys on the softer tires. Tell me about it. How did you guys manage your tire strategy? How did you feel about it?
Okay, I just talk about my qualifying. Telemetry was great. Telemetry is so on point that it doesn't actually tell you it's actually going to rain. It just said overcast all the way through, and I was like, okay, I'll just go out on the medium, do my usual qualifying regime of going out on the mediums, and then if worst comes to worst, go on the soft. Well, that didn't work because, but the race, had lots of battles, lots of dive bombs.
Yeah.
Hairpin. I don't think Ice was very happy with me with that. So, but as I say, I went for an opportunity.
I looked back at it and I kind of left the door open. But yeah, I lost 3 positions there, and that was pretty much my race. But whatever. My race was all over in qualifying already. So yeah.
Join the club. I was kind of hoping Sabok was going to hold up Chappie, just constantly firing him and harassing him, and then Tilley touched apparently, and Sabok went spinola. It kind of played into Chappie's hands because Chappie just had an answer to everything we threw at him. So
there was total domination by him. There was Like, I already questioned at the start that Chappie might win this if he can keep it together, and he did in a fabulous way. So,
Yeah.
Oh, and I also got the most ridiculous penalty of everything. I like touched the curb in the final corner and got 5 seconds for that. And I was like, okay.
that explains a
That's
lot.
BS.
Ugh.
I mean,
Didn't change anything, but still.
I mean, like, I was actually quite glad to finish only like 10 seconds, less than 10 seconds behind him. So I was like, well, I'll take that as a positive, because I thought he was going to absolutely slap us. So with like 30 seconds. Well, that's the race.
Yeah, but you still coming back from. How do you want to sum up that quality? Because I don't think.
Disastrous. Toro Rosso not giving me the right telemetry.
I was going to say, do you know what your punishment of that is?
What?
For that terrible. You have to spend the next hour playing Necker Power, and then an hour playing Doki Doki.
Oh, I played Doki Doki, and that's fucked up already.
But I mean, you still have to play that hour of Necker Power for not doing that. If not, it's seppuku for you, because you had no honor in that race.
Oh wow! Why, what do you mean by no honor?
No honor?
I just drove like a madman.
Yeah.
Drove like a torpedo.
I actually think he did pretty good. Like, you had some decent moves, like some questionable moves, some really great moves. Some.
The one I enjoyed the one on Gary.
Oh yeah.
Behind the virtual safety car, I was just like, all right, I'm gonna have to time this like absolutely perfect. And then DRS just popped on halfway down the straight, and I was just like, oh, happy times.
Yeah, I totally caught that, and yeah, it was a fantastic move. Really great to see, like, going around the outside, if I recall correctly. You went around the... No, you picked the inside, right? I don't know.
Yeah, I did pick the inside.
Yeah. Somebody
Pretty sure
else...
he wouldn't allow me to, like, go around the outside.
Yeah, somebody else, like, used the same opportunity to pass on the outside, I think, or... I don't know who it was. Maybe
it's actually launching off. It's actually getting the delta right to launch off the VSC, because otherwise, if you do it too early, you go in the red zone and just end up slowing down on the straight. So, yeah, that was good. That was good. I enjoyed the race. So,
yeah, congrats on the podium again.
Yay! Podium streak continues.
I was going to say, I'm not what actually Irishwin, I'm not sure if he was in chat, what actually happened to Chief at the start of the race?
Chief?
Yeah, he got completely, or got it on stream.
I think there was some massive accident at the start. I don't know if he even knows what happened. So some big crash at the start. I think somebody hit him from back or something. That's what I understood from his comments.
Okay. I'll try.
I don't know. But would have to look back at a stream. I haven't done it yet, so.
But yeah, I think that will end it there. And yeah, I was gonna say, thanks for watching again. Sorry, I'm just getting a message at the same time, and we'll be back next week for actually, where's the next week? Arriba, under there.
Wow. For starters.
No, arriba and goodbye.
Yeah, for starters, like, don't forget we have 2 races coming up tomorrow, and we have next week we have, of course, tier 2 on Mondays, tier 1 and Tuesdays again. Next time it is Mexico, if you didn't catch that. It is Mexico, isn't it? Or is it Coda? I have no idea. Whatever, you're gonna see the thumbnail. Like if you dislike the video, yeah, great one. Like if you like the stream, dislike if you didn't. Leave a comment. We always appreciate it. Give us a hint if what we can improve if you feel like, and subscribe if you want to see more of it. We'd really appreciate that. See you next time, and goodbye by me. Have a great evening.
Bye.
I'm happy.